Good morning, everyone. I hope everybody has a productive Monday. Happy Monday. It's an amazing day today. Basically just t-shirt weather in Ottawa, so we haven't had that in months, obviously since before the winter started. So positive vibes here, and feeling somewhat productive and optimistic about the business. Everything's going well and we're rolling there. So that has me in a good mood. We haven't had any hiccups or bullshit attack us. It's been, I want to say, 2-3 months since the last time. So, I think that's a record for us for the last 2 years. So we'll take it. And as for the markets, I called last Monday the ultimate bottom, and I said that I believe that bottom will hold. So far, that is true. We've held the Monday bottom. It's been 4 trading days, so Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then today, so 5 days. We've held that low, and we've had some bad news still come out. Obviously, over the weekend, we had some tech exemptions from the reciprocal tariffs. So I believe phones, computers, semiconductors, and other electronics have been exempt for now. Now they still have a 20% fentanyl tariff on China for those, but it's exempt from the 134% tariffs. So that's very good news. That means that the US is trying to, be less aggressive on China and is trying to persuade them to call and have a deal made. If a deal gets made like relatively soon, and the tax cuts get passed by the House and the Senate, I think we'll have a mega bull run for like a really, really big and nice one for, I want to say, like 6 to 8 months. So yeah, I'm pretty bullish for until Q4. So we'll see what happens there. I think we'll have explosive returns and it'll be a nice run. The blow off top is what I've been predicting. That's been my plan all along. I'm holding for that final blow off top. I think it'll happen. We have all the recipe for it to happen. We have M2 liquidity, global liquidity growing, and we have tax cuts. We have the Fed potentially completely ending QT, which will start stealth QE. If you guys don't know what that is, go check 2019. It's when they don't officially announce QE, but the end of QT still means that the Fed pumps a bit of money into the economy. So that's very good for altcoins, crypto, and risk assets as a whole. I genuinely think that the Monday bottom will hold. Like I said, I have a video for it. This guy that attacked me in the comments on last video, by the way, hate comments don't get to me. I don't give a shit, but that comment actually made me laugh. This guy said that basically I'm unk and I'm broke, so I don't know which one I'm more offended by. But yeah, he said I'm in my late 20s, early 30s. Well, I'm 23, and he said I'm broke as fuck. And sure, I lost a decent amount of money. Obviously, nothing's sold yet, so it's unrealized. But I'd like to think that I'm doing better than others at my age. I'm doing good for myself. So that's that. I don't like hate comments. It doesn't matter. Like, I'm a pretty confident guy. I somewhat know what I'm doing, and we'll see what happens. But that comment just killed me. So a topic that I wanted to talk about for this video was my end goal, my roadmap, game plan, master plan for this whole bull run. So since 2 years ago, I've planned this whole timeline that I'm gonna grow my TFSA portfolio from $10,000 to $100,000 last year. I exceeded that by a lot. I grew it to over $300,000 in the span of 1 year. Now, obviously, I'm pretty down on that portfolio, still above 6 figures, but down on that portfolio pretty significantly. But if my calculations are correct, that portfolio will go beyond $400 maybe even 500K if we get the nice run that I'm predicting. So growing that portfolio from, God willing, hopefully it hits 400K, $10,000 to $400,000. Obviously, my goal for this year was to just grow it from $100,000 to 250K. So exceeding that would be amazing. I'll be ahead of schedule, and my ultimate goal is still running the $10,000 all the way to $1 million. But I went back to the drawing board on these downturns. We had one in August that hit my portfolio pretty bad, and then we had one the last like 2-3 months, right? That one, very bad, very self-inflicted. So it wasn't really like, I knew the market would dip maybe 5 max 10%, but 20%, over 20% on the Nasdaq, like 25 26%. I'm not gonna lie, I did not predict that at all. I didn't think it would happen. So a lot of self-reflection, and the altcoin support should be over 6 figures at the peak. Like I think even maybe 200, 250K, hopefully. I don't know. I'm thinking between like 150, I think about 150. So I'm gonna pull all that out. That's been the game plan all along. And then from the TFSA port, assuming, let's say it's at like 350 to 400K, I'm gonna reset it back to 200. So I'm gonna pull out a total of like 200 to 300K, put in my bank account, and start enjoying the fruits of my labor. I've been grinding since I was 18. I have a house to show for it, and very proud of that. I bought a house when I was 20, when I was 20. I'm 23 now, so I'm gonna start, enjoying my life. I put my head down. Obviously, I've had vacations. I've enjoyed my life. I'm not saying I'm miserable, but I haven't. There's a lot of dreams that I have. I have multiple dream cars. I have multiple dream watches, Rolexes, APs, and I want to have a huge real estate portfolio. So I want to have another right step in the right direction on that front. So assuming that I'm pulling out around like 250K, let's say, I'm down to drop like 60, 70K on a car. Either I'm thinking between an Audi RS, an Audi S5, Mercedes AMG CLA 45, or the third one is either BMW M4 or BMW M340i. So we'll see. I'm down to splurge on a car. I want to have something to show for it. If somehow, God forbid, my portfolio went to zero, at least I have something that I've achieved. I got one of my dream cars. I'm also gonna get I'm gonna get a Rolex. I don't know why I have a brain fart right now. It's the blue one. Not the Datejust, the other one, the bigger one. Anyways, I'll pop up a photo on the screen if I remember, but I want to get a nice blue Rolex. It's about 30K. Bro, why did I forget? I'm retarded. I don't know why I have a brain fart. Anyways, I want to get it. Bro, I have no idea why I just forgot my dream watch. Hold on. Yes, I'm on my phone while driving. Rolex. Bro, I'm actually brain dead. Rolex blue. No, it's not a Submariner. Yeah, it's the Sky Dweller, bro. The fucking Sky Dweller. I'm retarded. I didn't even find it on my phone. It just popped up in my head. Yeah, so I want to get the blue Sky Dweller. This one over here. It's gonna be about like 30K. That's been my dream watch. gonna get a steel bezel, Jubilee. You know, I want to have a nice proper one. And what else? The third one is, this is kind of a rule that I have. So for every like stupid purchase, if you want to say, obviously the watch is an investment, the car is a depreciating asset. Sure, I know I'm a nerd, whatever, but for every like dumb purchase or like deflationary purchase, I want to have a smart purchase alongside of it. So for the car that I'm buying, I also want to dump about 80 to 100K in a property as well. So I'm gonna buy a property, hopefully a condo nearby. I'm gonna get a car and a Rolex. That's all assuming that the agency goes well, the market recovers, which I do believe will happen. So, you know, I'm putting this positive energy out there. Hopefully I don't look stupid and watch this back in a few months and just laughing at myself that I lost everything. But, you know, that's the game plan. I want to enjoy what I've worked on, you know, have something to show for it. I'll have 2 properties, a car, a watch. I'm more than happy with that. I'm going to keep grinding. I'm going to invest a lot of money into this channel. I'm going to put probably 5 to 10K aside and just do a bunch of videos that I have saved and a bunch of stuff that I have in my notes that I've been wanting to do, but I'm just waiting for the proper cash flow. You know, I don't want to take the agency money and put it into this content. Obviously it would make sense because it would return, you know, people joining Discord, the Telegram, you know, I'd have a nice return on investment, but it's just not the smart thing to do at this point, in my opinion. So I'll stay patient, you know, take it step by step, trust the journey, trust the process, and yeah, I'm happy, I'm optimistic. I think everything will turn out well. And the game plan, although I thought was crushed maybe a month ago, I got back to the drawing board. I think things look very good. Bitcoin looks good. Ethereum's starting to break out some smaller time frames. Altcoins look decent. You know, we have liquidity flowing into the markets. The Fed literally said on Friday that they would step in if ever they see any issues. So that's kind of that's a green flag. You know, everything's looking good. I'm optimistic. As long as we have rate cuts coming in, which I do believe we'll have 2 or 3 more this year, I don't think there's any reason to be bearish. I'm talking about in the medium and long term. Later this year, once they officially pause, I do think we should turn very defensive on equities, and that's when I'll probably pull out most of my money. It's going to be hard to time, but that's my timeline and that's my game plan. So I'll update everything on here like I always do, but yeah, I'm just sharing what I'm seeing. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did enjoy, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, it helps out a lot. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment section below. If you have any hate comments, go ahead. I'm there to laugh, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.